52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight, we close out Week 7 together with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Vikings at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Javon Hargrave able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Cousins now. Under pressure, they got him again. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Returnable here from the 38. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That's the type of impact play you expect from McCaffrey, the comeback player of the year runner-up in 2022. Despite a midseason trade, put up almost 1,900 all-purpose yards and also made his 2nd Pro Bowl.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. Now, they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They call it a loss of a yard And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. McCaffrey running up the middle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Purdy bootlegging it. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Jake Moody now for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Purdy off the play fake. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go play action here. Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. (17-0) our score after 1. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners are able to add on to their first half lead. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Deebo going in motion left. And now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's go.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Shotgun now with Purdy. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. That's taken at around the 40. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 57 yards. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Play action. Now Purdy. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Here's 3rd and 7. Purdy sets up to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. That's caught out right by Jennings. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Purdy from the gun. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Moody good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. A first down throw for Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
That's down the field for Jefferson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Vikings 7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
34-yard line.
Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here we go, bring the energy.
Cousins. That's down the field for Jefferson. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Cousins on first down. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and it's second down. To throw, Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Cousins throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Cousins. Slant route, and he's got Addison. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Cousins again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Hunt. Looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. And Hunt is not going to get there. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Hunt is unable to get in on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position.
He's got a man complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 36 yards on the play.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Purdy off the play fake. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson, 88 yards. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. On 1st down, Purdy. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack. Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. This is caught by Addison. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Throwing, Cousins. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Joseph on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this?
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. It could have been trouble. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. An audible here to get a new look. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They go play action here. Purdy to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Purdy now to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
4th down try. Here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Zebra.
One last shot now for Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So the victory here for San Francisco. And really, it looked at times like they just